Hey everyone, this is Mayro. Welcome back to another daily Super Mario 3D World modding video. Today we're going to be checking out a variety of mods that weren't made by me, but they're still very interesting. So the first mod we're going to be taking a look at is made by Ice is Nice. And what this mod does is it tries to make the physics more like the physics of Super Mario 3D Land. If you don't know, 3D Land is the game that came before 3D World in the Mario 3D series. So in 3D Land, there are only two tiers of running. There's the normal running like this, with the smoke, and there's the sparks like that. Now in Super Mario 3D World, they added a new tier, which is that one. But now, if you play as Mario or Luigi, that third running tier will never start, just like it never did in Super Mario 3D Land. And also, another thing similar to 3D Land in this mod is the boomerang flower now makes Luigi's shell blue, whereas in 3D World it's normally green. So why are we looking at these tiny little edits? Well, now we're going to be looking at 3 custom levels, all made by Superman 9, which import Super Mario 3D Land levels into the game. And we're going to be playing them with the physics from Super Mario 3D Land. Let's get started. So we're starting off with 1-1 from Super Mario 3D Land. We can see we've got the signpost and we've got the model. Everything's looking pretty normal. It's a little bit dark, but that's alright, And there's an invisible wall here to stop you from getting too far back. It is genuinely a straight up invisible wall, which is surprising because there is an invisible wall object that you can put that stops you from wall jumping, but I mean, if they want to let us wall jump, they can let us wall jump. This is really nostalgic, playing through like this, even though like the graphics obviously, they're not the best. It's still really cool to see. We've got the water working as well, that's really nice. I feel like normally there should be cheap cheeps here, but there aren't any cheap cheeps. That's the first green star, there's no rope in Mario 3D World, but they still managed to replicate a lot of stuff. They've got an upward arrow, that's quite nice. And they even have, if you run along here, if you break this crate, they have a little secret area, just like in the original, that had a 1-up in it. That's a checkpoint already. In my opinion, this first level, definitely the least impressive one we're going to be checking out today, but it's one of the only Mario 3D World custom levels that there is. In my opinion, this level is scaled to be a little bit too small, but that's okay. They also remembered the hidden 1-up over here, which is nice to see. Not many people remember this. The official game guide by Primer didn't remember this. If you climb up this tree, you can go to the secret area, and this is normally a 3D optical illusion area. They just opted to use the secret area from 1-1 and 1-3 instead and just shove the green star there, which is fair enough. Again, this is one of the first ever custom levels in Super Mario 3D World, and as we get through this video, they're gonna get more and more impressive, so stay tuned for that. If we come in here, the wall disappears, and this is done by using the same disappearing wall that's used in 1-2. The cat Goomba drops the cat bell, which replaces the little tail cog thing, which now rises one of these guys out of the ground, which we can climb, instead of it raising the platform like a normal 3D land. Now this would have been a great place for a stamp, because they forgot to add a stamp in this, which, I mean, it's a shame, but it's understandable. Mario 3D Land didn't have any stamps. It's also the fact that there's really no need to hit that at all, because you can just climb up without hitting it, but whatever. So normally there's a pair of binoculars here. 3D World didn't have that. You can see the camera changes into the gamepad gyro camera, which I can't really use because I'm using a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, the cheap wired one. Oops. I never hear again because there's no tightrope. They decided to just use a bunch of bricks, which is an interesting decision. I think personally what they should have done is they should have just not had these bricks at all and just make us make the jump. I mean, the level's already scaled down pretty far as it is, and it gives us a cat suit. So I think it would be nice. It also gives us another Tanuki suit here, which is nice. And the giant tail Goomba has been replaced with a big Galumba, which is a nice touch. I think it would be nice if they made these Galumbas as well for consistency. And finally, we can see the coins coming in and out of the ground. They've nailed this effect. So that's the first level. Let's check out the next level that got remade. Next up, we have 4-1 from Super Mario 3D Land. This one's a bit more open, and there's a lot more to explore, and they remembered to put the stamp in, which is really nice. There's even a little coin coffer. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. This one might be my favorite of the 3 we're going to be looking at today, but there is something very cool in the last level, so they've really nailed the shading this time around. We have a bunch of Koopas. Oh my... And the first green star can be found in this little passageway here. We just roll along, and there it is over there. Now, also in this level, there's a hidden propeller box, because Mario 3D Land did have propeller boxes. They've also decided to leave us one with this. And we have this cool little custom platform that rotates around. This was in 3D Land, but it's cool that they managed to import it over instead of having a replacement, and they even got it to work in the same way. I think that's really, really nice. I suppose it's just something that rotates, but, you know, it's still, I don't know, it's still cool to me. And normally in 3D Land, there are these rainbow note blocks but they've used the clouds from 3D World, and I think that works really nicely. And they even imported the cloud area. Oh, the coins spell out 2D, I didn't realize. Normally the coins spell out 3D, because, you know, you get the 3D. This person decided to add some sass, and they made the coin spill out 2D. That's hilarious. You can just run around, have a nice little bonus area, get the coin. It's nice, again, that they used the bonus area from 3D Land, and because they could have easily just reused the cloud platform from 3D World, but they didn't. The camera's also zoomed in, I guess, to replicate how it looked on the 3DS. There it is, second green star. And we respawn back into the stage. Now, normally to the left, there's a cannon. But of course, there's no cannons in 3D World, so they've just added some nice invisible coins. I think that's a really nice touch they decided to add. And now we have the spiral up to the top, and this is going to be an interesting one for sure. First of all, the red coin ring, something I didn't know. We only got 5 red coins, but it still let us have the item, which is really cool. So that goes to show that the way it works in 3D World is that you just have to get all of the red coins. You don't have to specifically get 8. That makes me wonder how many red coins we can have. Maybe in a mini video in the future we can look at that, as well as some other limit breaking stuff. Let me know in the comments if you want to see anything. Yeah, they've added a really nice little platform over here, and you take it over, there's a cloud jump with the stamp on it, which is lovely. There isn't the ability for me to speak yet, I'm still looking for that. There's also the timer, just like in the original, and the third green star. If we come up here, we have this interesting camera. Obviously, 3D World isn't really designed to have anything to deal with this, so every time you get to one end, it just kind of flips around, and it's a little bit nausea-inducing, but you know what? Oh god, there it is, especially with these power builds just coming in. Oh. Again, do what you gotta do to make it work. I'm not gonna judge. I am actually gonna judge quite heavily. The last level we're checking out is 4-3 from Super Mario 3D Land, which is the one with these moving platforms. I mean, I love this level in 3D Land because they made a 3D version of a new Super Mario Bros. Wii level almost, and they've imported them in perfectly. These definitely were not in the original. And one thing that I thought was pretty cool is they even gave them the same file names when I was looking through to make sure I didn't miss any secrets for this video. And I'm glad I did look through to look for secrets because, oh my god, this level, what it does with the stamp is just genius. So there's a cloud bonus area, just like in 4-1. And I think this is imported as well, I don't know. There's certainly clouds that look like this in 3D World, but these look a little bit lower poly, which makes me think that they're from 3D Land. Hello. And we also have these yellow blocks. I think these are meant to be the red blocks. Remember the red blocks from 3D Land? You'd hit them and they'd make a bunch of blocks. It's basically just this, honestly. And you can come over here, there's a 1-up with the third green star. Then we have this section. Just look at this, dude. All of these, like, every one of these mushroom blocks, they're like custom mushroom assets. I think that's really, really cool. I believe how it works is you can just, like, set any object to rotate. I don't know if it can be any object, but clearly, they just made their own object and made it rotate. Respect to them for that. That's really, really cool. We have some bitty buds going around. That would be the end of the level. However, we haven't got the stamp yet. So let's actually go back and find that stamp. When we come back over here, there's an invisible block featuring a cat bell. Obviously, there's no cat bell in Mario 3D Land. But we can now climb this wall, which we can't normally access. And now we can climb this wall, which we can't normally access. Now, all I saw when I was, like, combing around for secrets in the editor is I saw there was a toad standing over there. There he is. I saw that toad, and I was like, why is there a toad up there? I've got to explore. So you can run along here. The collision's a bit whack, and you have to jump over this wall. You can go and see Toad, and he's got a stamp here for us, which is really nice. But also, something I thought was even cooler is I was like, oh, well, can we get over here? And we can get over here. And I was like, oh, well, there's probably nothing over here. But no. There are 9 1-ups over here. Similar to how in Swanky Box's new video, you can see there's 3 1-ups in Spike's Lost City. I will take those, even though I'm a max life. I appreciate the gesture, dude. Thank you for the 9 1-ups. Now we can grab the flagpole and finish the level. And that's come to the end of this video. I know it's a short one, but thanks everyone for watching. We've got more giant videos coming up on the run-up to Bowser's Fury, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Until then, I'll see you soon.